Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Class Piano. Now that we've gone over an overview of this class and why it is important for music majors, I just want to take a minute to talk about some things regarding posture and hand position. Posture is very important at the keyboard because playing with a correct posture enables better control over what happens at the instrument, as well as avoiding discomfort and even potential injury. So let's just talk about a few things related to posture. First of all, it is important to determine the correct height at which to sit at the keyboard. And here's a way that we can do that. The correct height is the one at which, when you stretch your hands out, that your arms are level with the keyboard or sloping slightly downward. See that my arms are sloping slightly downward? This is generally a good angle at which my arms should interact with the keyboard because it allows for greater control over what happens at the instrument. If you might notice, I'm actually sitting on some tiles right now because if I don't sit on these tiles and I sit just at the level of the bench, notice now that my arm is slanted slightly upward. And this is not a good position at which to sit at the keyboard because it tends to put more pressure on my arms here, and that can cause discomfort or even injury if I were to practice in this position for a prolonged period of time. Now, everyone's body proportions are different. Some people may find that the level of the bench is, or whatever chair they're sitting at, is an appropriate level to sit at. There are some people who even find they need to sit lower, to find a lower chair. But many people may find that they need to sit on something. I ordered these tiles online, or you can even find a book or something else to sit on to get yourself to be at the correct height so that your arms are at the level of the keys or sloping slightly downward. Okay, secondly, let's talk about the correct distance to sit at the keyboard. First of all, it's helpful to sit on the front half of the bench. Notice that if I sit on the back half of the bench, my weight is concentrated away from the keyboard, and that really doesn't help me to achieve what I want to do at the keyboard. If I sit on the front half of the bench, now my weight naturally falls onto the keys, and I can achieve much greater ease of playing. Then, if I stretch my hands out like this, notice that when I stretch my hands out straight, I can hit the music stand. This is a good distance to sit from the keyboard. Again, it will vary because everyone's arms are a different length, but you want to be able to stretch your hands out and to be able to hit the music stand, and that's about a good distance at which to sit at the keys. Okay, and finally, you want to sit in a tall but relaxed position. Okay, you don't want to tighten your shoulders and back and sit in a stiff and rigid position, but you also don't want to slouch and droop over like this. You want to sit tall but relaxed, and that will just give you a greater freedom of movement. Okay, as far as your hand position, let me just say a word about this, is if you stretch your hands out straight like this and then slowly let go, okay, notice that they go from your fingers go being from different lengths to being together on the same plane. Then if you turn your hands around and put them on the keyboard, this is a good natural hand position. So again, stretch your hands out, slowly let go until they fall into a natural curved position with all fingers on the same plane. Turn them around and put them at the keyboard. Keep a little bit of give in your wrists, and this is a good position at which to start playing the keyboard. Thank you.